Good morning students. In the last class, we were discussing about methods of measurement of trend and we have already discussed the two methods, that is first one is graphical method and second one is semi-averages method. Now in this session we are going to discuss about the third method, that is moving averages method. So what is this moving averages method? This method is also based on arithmetic mean. How you have calculated averages in semi-averages method, same way here also you are going to calculate arithmetic mean, that is nothing but averages. So how you are going to calculate the average here? Depending on the specified number of period, the average will be calculated for such number of periods. That means in question they will specify how many year moving averages. They will specify whether it is 3 yearly moving average, 4 yearly moving average or 5 yearly moving averages. And depending on that specified number of years, we are going to calculate the averages, and whatever averages we are going to get, that average value will be written at the center of the specified time period or that time span. So here averages will be calculated for overlapping number of years. For example, if we are going to calculate 3 yearly moving averages, first what we are going to do is, we are going to consider the first 3 years and we will calculate the average. Next, first year will be left out, second, third and fourth year will be considered as next group of years, that is overlapping number of overlapping period will be taken and averages will be calculated. You will have a clear idea when you solve the problem. Now we will see what are the merits of this moving averages method. First of all, this is very easy and simple to understand. This method can be easily understood and it is very simple to calculate. Next, secondly, it is flexible than any other method. When you compare with this method with other method, this is more flexible. And third merit is, it is not only used for measurement of trend but also it is used for measurement of cyclical, irregular and seasonal variation as well. We have discussed in the beginning of this chapter that there are 4 components of trend, this time series. 4 components of time series. In that, first one is secular trend, second one is seasonal variation, then cyclical variation and next is irregular variation. So for whatever methods we have discussed, in that we can measure only secular trend, but here with the help of moving averages we can measure all the components of time series, that is secular trend, seasonal variation, cyclical variation as well as irregular variation. So these are the merits of moving averages method. Now we will see what are the demerits of this method. First of all, this method does not provide trend values at the beginning and at the end of time series. That means when a time series is given and the related values are given, we are going to calculate the trend values. When you calculate the trend values, at the end you are not going to get the trend values at the beginning of this time series as well as at the end of the time series. While solving the problem, you will come to know how it is going to affect. Then second demerit is this, as this method does not establish any mathematical relationship, we cannot use this method for future forecasting. That's why these are the 2 demerits of moving averages method. Now we will solve some problems under this moving averages method. You will get a clear idea how to solve these problems under moving averages method, and it is most important topic of your syllabus, means this chapter, because most of the time most repeated questions are there from this topic. So first question is, calculate 3 yearly moving averages for the following data. divided by 3. Divided by 3. These moving averages are trend values. Trend values. So initially you have to write this statement. That is, what we are going to do is to find the moving averages. Initially, that is first of all, you are going to calculate the moving totals. That is, here it is specified that is 3 yearly. So what we are going to do is 3-year totals we are going to calculate first. Later on, whatever totals we have obtained, that will be divided by 3 because it is 3 yearly moving averages. So it will be divided by 3. So whatever moving averages we are going to get, that itself is a trend value. So first we will calculate. So first of all, first column is year. Year starting from 1995, 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 and lastly 2004. Now sales. Sales are written in 1000. Write the values of sales. First of all, it is 86, 63, 45, then 43. Next it is 57. Once again 57. Then 98, 100, 120 and 150. These are the sales values. So what we have told? First we have to calculate the totals, moving total. So the next column will be, as it is 3 yearly. So write 3 yearly moving totals. First we are going to calculate 3 yearly moving totals. Then we will calculate the averages. So 3 yearly moving totals. As I have told you, we are going to calculate the average for overlapping number of years. Overlapping, how it will be? First we are going to consider first 3 years. That is 1995, 96 and 97. So this will be considered as one group. From 1995 to 1997. 3 years, one group. So first we are going to calculate the yearly moving total. So we are going to make the total 86 plus 63 plus 45. It comes to 194. So where we are going to write this total? This total will be written at the center of this time span. So center is 1996. In front of 63 you are going to write the total. So first line will be kept blank. So this total comes to 194, which will be written at the center of the time span. 190. Next what we are going to do is, in semi-averages we were dividing the data into 2 equal parts. But here we are going to consider overlapping number of years. So first 3 years is this. Next 3 years will be, we are going to leave the first year and we are going to consider the next 3 years. That is second year, third year and fourth year will be considered as next 3 groups. First 3 group is done. Now leave the first one and from second up to fourth. That is 1996, 97 and 98. So this will be considered as one more group. So calculate the total. 63 plus 45 plus 43. It comes to 151. So you are going to write at the center of this time span. Center is 1997. That is in front of 45. 151. Next again you are going to leave the second year and starting from third year up to 50. Third, fourth and fifth. Add the values, that is 45 plus 43 plus 57. It comes to 145. Again should be written at the center of this time span, 145. 43 plus 57 plus 57. It comes to 157. 157. Next, leave this and start from 57. This will 57 plus 57 plus 98. It comes to 212. Center you have to write. Next, starting from this 57 to 100. 57 plus 98 plus 100. It is 255. 255. Next, 98 plus 100 plus 120. It comes to 380. Next, 100 plus 120 plus 150. Answer is 370. And this last line will be kept blank because for the 3-year group we can't make. So last line and first line will be kept blank. Now after finding the totals, what we are going to do? Then each of these totals are divided by 3 to obtain the moving averages. So the next column will be 3 yearly moving averages. That is, it is a 1000. This is also a 1000. You are going to calculate 3 yearly moving averages. So how to obtain the averages? Whatever totals you have obtained, that will be divided by 3. So first line it will be blank. Second it is 194. Total is 194. So we are going to divide it by 3. So 194 divided by 3, it is 64.66. So we can round it off as 65. 151 divided by 3. 50.3, we can write it as 50. 145 divided by 3, it is 48.3. 48. 157 divided by 3, it is 52.3. So we can write it as 52. Next, 212 divided by 3, it comes to 71. Next, 255 divided by 3, it is 85. Next, 318 divided by 3, it is 106. 370 divided by 3, it is 123.3. So we will write 123 and last line will be blank. So like this you are going to obtain the moving averages. So whatever moving averages are there, that itself is considered as trend value. And I told you one of the demerit is we are not going to get trend values at the beginning and at the end of time series. Say beginning year is 1995. For this year there is no trend value. As well as end period is 2004. 2004 also there is no trend value. So this is one of the demerit of this moving averages. So for successive time series, time span, we are going to calculate the averages. So like this you are going to obtain the moving averages value. Now we will solve one more problem. Where 5 yearly moving averages are asked to calculate. So the next question is, second question is, calculate 5 yearly moving averages. 5 yearly moving averages for the following data. In the information given are year and value. Year is 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Next it is 2005, 2006, 2007, moving totals are obtained. What you are going to do is first you are going to calculate the moving totals. Then each of these totals are divided by how many years? 5 years. So each of these totals will be divided by 5. These moving averages are trend values. So first we are going to find the moving totals. Then each of these totals will be divided by 5 in order to get the trend values or moving averages. So first what we are going to do is first column will be year. Next the second column will be value. Year starting from 2000. Next 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007 and 2008. Next values are 10, 15, 18, 21, 25, 30, 33, 40 and 50. These are the values. So first what you are going to do is initially you are going to calculate the moving total. So how many year total you are going to calculate? We are going to calculate the total of 5 years. So 5 yearly moving totals. In the previous problem we saw 3 yearly, but here it is as it is specified 5 yearly. So we are going to calculate 5 yearly moving total. So first 5 years will be considered as one group up to 2004. 2000 to 2004 one group will be considered and we are going to calculate the total. 10 plus 15 plus 18 plus 21 plus 25. It is 89. So where you are going to write this value 89? So we are going to write the total in the middle of this time span. So middle is 2002. Between 2000 to 2004 middle time span is 2002. So in front of 2002 the value will be 89. So what will happen? The first two lines will be kept blank. First one and second line will be blank and in the middle of the time span we will write the total 89. Next leave the first year and from second year we are going to calculate the total of next 5 years. 15 plus 18 plus 21 plus 25 plus 30. It comes to 109 and the middle year will be 2003. 109. Next, leaving the second year, from third year you are going to calculate the total. 18 plus 21 plus 25 plus 30 plus 33. It is 127 in the middle of the time span. Next, starting from fourth year, 21 plus 25 plus 30 plus 33 plus 40. It is 149. 149. Next group will be 25 plus 30 plus 33 plus 40 plus 50. The answer is 178. 178. Next two lines will be blank. See how many lines you have left blank in the beginning. Same lines will be kept blank at the end also because we can't make any groups. Next column will be after calculating the total what we are going to do is each of these totals will be divided by 5. So that is considered as moving averages or trend value. 5 yearly moving averages or it is 21.8. You can take it as a round figure 80 or you can write exact value as well. 127 divided by 5 is 25.4. Next 149 divided by 5 is 29.8. 178 divided by 5 is 35.6. So these are the trend values. Now we have to give the conclusion. So how we can conclude? By seeing the values, we have to give the conclusion. By seeing the trend values, we have to give the conclusion. See here, the trend values are increasing. First it was 17, next it raises to 21, next 25, 29 and 35. You can see upward trend. That is, values are increasing. So the conclusion will be the given data shows an upward trend because values are increasing. Upward trend. This is the conclusion. So the given data shows an upward trend. Now we will solve one more problem. That is 4 yearly moving averages. So far we have discussed 3 yearly moving averages and 5 yearly moving averages. Now we will see how to calculate the moving averages when it is 4 years. Calculate 4 yearly moving averages. Moving averages for the following data, and the informations are year, and secondly sales in thousand. Year starting from 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, next 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008 and lastly 2009. Next information is sales in thousand. It is 75, 60, 55, 60, again 65, 70, 70, 75, 85 and 7. These are the information provided in the question, and we are asked to calculate 4 yearly moving averages. The previous two problems there we had given with odd number of years, but here it is even number of years. So how to write the values at the center of this time span? That will be a problem in the calculation of this even number of years. So we will see in the solution. First of all, you have to write them to find the moving averages. Initially, moving totals are obtained. And then these totals are divided by first what we are going to do is, first as it is even number of years, first we are going to calculate moving totals, that is 4 moving total should be obtained. Should be obtained. Finally, these totals are divided by 8. So in the previous problems what we have done is, first we are obtaining the moving totals, the specified number of moving totals. 3 year, if it is 3 yearly, 3 years moving total. If it is 5 yearly, 5 yearly moving totals will be obtained. Then whatever totals are there, that will be divided by specified number of years. If it is 3 years, divided by 3. If it is 5 years, then it will be divided by 5. But here slight variation is there. As it is even number of years, first what we are going to do is 4 yearly moving totals will be obtained. Then after that, next column will be 2 items total of the previous column. That is 4 yearly moving totals will be there, and both the 4 years moving totals will be considered as one group, and we are going to again add that to groups. Then whatever added values are there, that totals will be divided by 8, because 4 years 2 groups will be considered as one group. So 4 plus 4 it will be 8. So that is why we are going to divide it by 8. While solving the problem, you will get a clear idea. See, first values are here: 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008 and 2009. Next, sales in thousand. Sales in thousand, the values are 75, next 60, 55, 60, 65, 70, 70, 75, 85 and lastly 70. Next column will be, as I told you, first 4 yearly moving totals will be calculated. 4 yearly moving totals. Four yearly moving totals we are going to obtain. So first 4 years will be considered: 2000 to 2003. 75 plus 60 plus 55 plus 60. The value will be 250. So you are going to write it at the center of the time span. So center of the time span is 2001 and 2002. So in the middle of those 2 years, you are going to write the value: 75 plus 60 plus 55 plus 60. It comes to 250. So you are going to write this 250 in between of 60 and 55. In between of 60 and 55, it is 250. First line will be blank, and second and third line middle you are going to write 250. Next 4 years you are going to consider: 60 plus 55, 60 plus 65. It comes to 240. So you are going to write in between of 55 and 60. Value is 240. Next, consider from 55 up to 70. 55 plus 60 plus 65 plus 70. It comes to 250. So 250 you are going to write in between of 60 and 65. Next, starting from 60 up to 70. 60 plus 65 plus 70 plus 70. It is 265. 265. Next, 65 to 75. Total comes to 280, and you are going to write in between of 70 and 70. 280. Next, starting from 70 up to 85. Between 70 and 75, you are going to write the total, and the total is 300. Next, 70 to 70. 70 plus 75 plus 85 plus 70. The value is 300, and you are going to write it in between of 75 and 85. 300. Last line will be blank. Now, after obtaining, in the previous problems what we have done is, after obtaining the totals directly we are going to divide it by number of years. But here, as it is even number of years, first we are going to calculate 2 items total of previous column. That is 2 items total of previous column. That is, previous column is 4 year moving total, and you are going to consider 2 items total. All the 2 values will be considered and total will be written in the middle of those values. So, first it will be blank. 250 plus 240, it is 490, and you are going to write it in the middle of that 2 values, and it comes in front of 2002, and middle of 250 and 240 is 2002, and in middle of that you are going to write. That means first line and second line will be kept blank, and in the third line you are going to write it 490. Next 2 values. These 2 values is done. Now next 2 values. 240 plus 250. Again 490 in middle of 240 and 250. Next 250 plus 265. It is 550. 265 plus 280. It is 545. Next 280 plus 300. 280 plus 300. It is 580. Next 300 plus 300. It is 600. So last 2 lines will be blank. See, equal number of years will be left blank in the beginning as well as at the end of the time period. Next, lastly we are going to obtain 4 yearly moving total. 4 yearly moving averages, which are also known as trend values. So trend values, how we are going to get is, this column will be considered and we are going to divide it by 8, not 4, because this 4 years one group and next 4 years another group are added together, and we have obtained one single total. That is 8 years total we have obtained. 4 years plus 4 years. So 8 years we have 8 years total we have obtained. So we are going to divide it by 8. 490 divided by 8, it is 61.25. Next again it is 490 divided by 8, 61.25. Then 515 divided by 8, it is 64.38. 545 divided by 8, 68.13. Next 580 divided by 8, 72.5. 600 divided by 8, it is 75. And last 2 lines will be blank. So these are the trend values or 4 yearly moving averages. Now we have to give the conclusion. See the trend values. The trend values are showing an upward trend because values are increasing. First it was 61, next it is 61, 64, 68, 72 and 75. It is increasing. So we can write it as the given data shows. The given data shows an upward trend. If at all